We have long assumed that the mind is an instrument intended to assist us in the determination of facts. Potentially, this is probably true, but actually the mind of man is an imperfect instrument, incomplete, and still in the process of growth.
I guess that explains why our minds are so corrupt. Maybe it's time to get the instruments back in tune, so we can get back in tune with the universe and be balanced. In order to develop the interest in my mind, I'm gonna have to check myself at every turn.
You were behaving like a fucking child. This is a man's world. Now take your apron off and sit in the corner like a little boy. Fuck off. Now.
I understand this is a man's world. I just be battling with the concept of good and evil, for what is good and what is evil, and to whose discernment.
You see, all I'm saying is that every man, he craves certainty, doesn't he? He craves a certainty. Even if that certainty of yours, right? Well, I mean...
This is what you base your decision on. Is it good to do this or not? Is it bad to do this or not? I don't know. What's the consequence of this and what's the consequence of that? Which one of these two you prefer to live with in the future?
Is it good or is it bad to do this and that? I don't think about good or bad. Nothing is ultimately good and nothing is ultimately bad. Let's just say, for an example, to get this as an understanding, yeah? Let's take those two fingers. Look, this idea of yin and yang, small and big, high and low. So, those two fingers, if that one right now is considered small and this one is considered big, what I just said before, there is nothing ultimately good, there is nothing ultimately bad. Nothing is ultimately small, nothing is ultimately big, because it depends on relation. In this constellation, that one is the small one, that one is the large one. In this constellation, it just shifted. So it's not right to say that this one is always the big one. It's not true. Only in this constellation it's true. Same now goes for nothing is ultimately good, nothing is ultimately bad. It depends on in which relation to what. Based on this thinking idea, let's call it like this, it's not useful for me to judge the world by this is good, by this is bad. So therefore, how to take decisions? Based on consequence. Whatever you do, it's gonna bring out consequences. And you decide if you are able to live. That's it. This is what you base your decision on. Is it good to do this or not? Is it bad to do this or not? I don't know. What's the consequence of this and what's the consequence of that? Which one of these two you prefer to live with in the future? This is the best part about all of these sharings and teachings, that it only depends on your perspective. And so, what is it that essentially, since many years, our mission, my idea is what to spread out. The only thing I do is offering perspective. Everybody already has his or her own perspective. But the more perspective you have, the more possibilities, the more choices you have. At the end of the day, you are the one, it's your life. You decide and you take the consequences. And I'm just saying, if sometimes in this lifetime you feel something is not proceeding, I'm stuck somehow. Why? Why are you stuck? Because you continuously try to move forward with the old patterns that also haven't worked the last 10 times. It's time for a new perspective. And this is where it comes into play, for example, like also in our culture, the seniors are very highly regarded, the parents, the grandparents. Why is that? Of course, they come from another generation, yeah, but doesn't mean that their thoughts are outdated. So it's good, father, mother. What do you think about this and that? It's not that you have to do it like this, but it helps me also to understand the world from other people's perspective. Then it just widens my horizon. That's what it does. And at the end, I see the situation from this angle, from that angle, from that one, from that one, from that one, from that one. So that means I see many perspectives. This is why I probably see many more solutions. And then at the end, I choose the one which I think is appropriate for what I can do, and also which consequences, and they will come. Every decision will have a consequence. The question is, can you live with it or not?
I appreciate you for your wisdom. If it's 666 and mankind is the beast, if it's 666, then where's the feast? If it's 666, how can we unlock ourselves and go within? Where's the keys?
You see, all I'm saying is that every man, he craves certainty, doesn't he? He craves a certainty. Even if that certainty of yours, right? Well, I mean, it's fucking fanciful, mate, isn't it?